complete. Mr. Dempsey, please.
Thank you. I'm a little taller, so I'll try to move it up a little bit. But I talk loud, and I'll try to make my remarks brief. I talk very fast, so I'll try to slow it down. I'm from Brooklyn originally. Live in North Carolina. Mike Dempsey was an injured survivor on 9/11, represented WTC, United Family Groups, and 9/11 Education Trust. I want to say first and foremost, I am humbled and truly an honor and privileged to be here representing our group and in endorsing this 29th International Peace Art Exhibition here in Carnegie Hall. Wonderful evening here. And on this 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, we must all preserve the message of peace, as we said earlier, for our future generations, and especially my children, your children, and the message of seeking peace through art. And I want to show you a picture here that I received from a third grader named Ben. Shortly after 9/11, I was injured, I was in the hospital, I came out, I had physical injuries, mental injuries that I suffered that day, and I come home from the hospital and I received this beautiful picture here from a third grader. And what Ben said is, "Dear friend, I wanted to paint you a special picture for you today. I painted my heart bear and spot dog because they always bring me comfort. I painted them for you so you could know that a boy named Ben thought of you and is praying for you, love Ben." And when I came home, I gotta tell you, I'm a tough athlete guy, and it really humbled and brought me to my knees when I saw that kind of outpouring of generosity, love from Americans and people all around the world. We gotta remember that 9/11 was a tragedy that affected 57 countries. It wasn't just an attack on American soil, because there were Japan, your country, which I visited, had the pleasure many times. Love Tokyo, by the way. But 24 of your citizens were killed on 9/11, murdered. And we had, fortunately, there was 2,624 Americans that were killed in 9/11, but there were 420 other deaths around the world in other countries, 57 other countries. So that gives you the impact of what 9/11 was, a worldwide event. And the picture that I just showed you, it served to represent the innocence of our younger generations in a world that was filled at that time with fear and hate, and provided hope, as we said earlier. That's what art does. And as family members and survivors of this tragedy, we needed to turn anger and sadness and shock into resolve and resiliency to preserve the memories of those who we lost, like Monica's husband, Michael Eichen, with the beautiful memorial, thanks to Monica, that sits there on those footprints, 16 acres. And that's where the towers once stood. So 16 years later, I was actually in Las Vegas at the site of the Mandalay Bay shooting during 58 innocent lives that were lost at a country music concert across the street. So I was a victim of two tragedies. And the same thing impacted us. We had to make sense out of a senseless tragedy. And we must all pray for a world without conflict and peace. Reflecting on the feelings we had on September 12, 2001, how we felt on October 2nd, 2017, which united us worldwide as brothers and sisters in arms. So art really remains an important unifying part in stabilizing our culture, bringing us together, uniting us like we're here tonight across geographies, and brings us all together. I want to thank all the 285 artists who were contributed and guests who have converged on New York City. Beautiful. This is my hometown. I'm from Brooklyn. You can tell by the accent. I live in North Carolina, but I'm so honored and humbled to be here to support this event and its message. And only a few blocks away in Central Park at Strawberry Fields, John Lennon once said, "Give peace a chance." That was his message, right? Strawberry Fields. And we must continue to all do our best every day to live in a world where we can keep that dream alive. So please give peace a chance, and thank you very much to everybody here. I want to give a round of applause to all the artists that are here that contributed to us beautiful exhibitions here. So thank you very much.